Dear Humulos, do you ever play anything besides Zelda games? No, I do not. I only play Zelda games exclusively, and that is why we're playing Link to the Past today. For a very good reason. Let's make a file and we'll get into that. We're gonna name our file R-I-G-I-E-L-L. Rigel. Okay, we're Rigel. Rigel the Fearsome Fearsome Warrior. Off to a good start there. Okay. Alright, so I fought Lynels in Breath of the Wild, a whole bunch of them. I killed like, what was it, 20-something in the span of 2 hours? That doesn't sound right, that's too many. Either way, I killed a bunch in a challenge back in May. After that, DLC came out in Breath of the Wild, and I had to kill more Lynels because there was a big old one on the Great Plateau. Fought him, died a million times, and then killed him, and it was great. It was very challenging. Many people pointed out that I am terrible at fighting Lynels, and that I need to get good. Working on it, alright? Either way, after that, I made a video about how hard the Lynels in the in the original Legend of Zelda are. And everyone's like, well, what about Link to the Past? That game has Lynels too. And so here we are. Rules are, though, that I have to do this with minimal equipment. What that means is I can't get any extra heart pieces, of course, but I also can't get any items other than those I need to actually reach the Lynels. So that's what I'm working on. That's what we're gonna do. It's gonna happen. I'm probably gonna die a few times because I've never done this before, or anything like this before, to be honest with you. I enjoy Zelda games for all the random things they hide everywhere. And so I usually try to get like everything before finishing the game. So by the time I get to like Lynels, they are usually pretty easy to take care of. If you have the blue mail, the golden sword, and the frickin' killed them, and silver arrows, it's like they're nothing. You just instantly kill them, essentially. But what if you only have the green mail, the master sword, and regular arrows? Well, I don't know. We're gonna find out. So. I don't know why I'm taking time to kill these guys. I don't need to do that. Pretty much what I have to do is I have to clear all the dungeons in the light world, and I don't think I have to clear any dungeons in the dark world. I just have to get a couple of items. So you'll see on the right side of the screen, that shows you what things I've got to get. And there's also a picture of a Lynel. Say hi to him. Name him if you would. I don't know. So I've got to get the lantern, which everyone's gonna be like, but you skipped it! Well, yeah, I guess I kinda did, but Zelda just gives it to me later, so I'm gonna take it from her for the sake of time. Alright, then I needed a freaking... Oh, I didn't need that, actually. Are people gonna count maps against me? I wouldn't really call that equipment. I also really should have, like, looked at some dungeon layouts before doing this, to be honest with you, but I don't know. I don't need to. I played this game a whole bunch. I don't have the dungeon layouts memorized or nothing, but I can work my way around them well enough to go relatively quickly, so. I didn't really want to get too prepared, because I think it's more interesting to watch when I'm not like, I mean, I'm not exactly rusty in this game. I'm playing a randomized version of it right now, which is pretty fun. But I didn't want to be like a professional Lynel killer in this game yet, because seriously, I've never fought a Lynel in this game without having the golden sword. Not because I wouldn't try, but just because I frickin' didn't care to. Alright, we're not gonna open this chest. If I open this chest, I lose the game. That's the boomerang. My favorite frickin' item in Zelda, and I can't have it. So sad. The nice thing is since I don't actually have to clear any of the Dark World palaces, I don't have to fight any of the Dark World bosses, because that would not go over well, especially since I have to get the Titan's Mitt. Freaking Blind the Thief? No, that guy is like way too ridiculous. Oh, I don't know why I'm facing that way. There we go. Let's rescue us a princess. Get out of here. And one more? No, two more. There we go. I didn't need that. Okay. So yeah, so lantern I already mentioned. I gotta get the bow because I not positive about this, but I'm pretty sure that what did I just say? You can't freaking, you can't even beat the first dungeon without having the bow. I'm pretty sure there's a couple of Igors that would prevent you from moving on. They can't be defeated with pots or swords, so pretty sure I need the bow. I need the Pegasus boots to get the Book of Medora. I need the Book of Medora to get the second palace and the power glove. Not second palace, but the, I don't know. What are these light world areas called? Dungeons, I guess. I was called dungeons. Sanctuary Dungeon is the name of the song. I need the magic mirror to be able to reach the top of Death Mountain. And I need the Moon Pearl to stay Link in the Dark World. And I need the magic hammer to reach the Titan's Mitt and to reach the Lynels. So that's all we're getting. That's everything. Obviously, I need to get the Master Sword as well. I can't get to the Dark World without that. So we get 3 pendants. We get the Master Sword, and we head over to the Dark World, grab our 2 items that we need, and make our way over to Lynel. So we'll see how that goes. I gotta stop trying to kill everybody. I forget what I'm doing here. Normally, if I'm playing this game for fun, like, you know, that's what I want to do. I just want to kill everybody that crosses my path, but I don't need to do that here. As far as the actual challenge level of this, I don't think this is going to be, like, too hard to actually get to the Lynels, because thinking on it, like, there's nothing in the light world that really deals that much damage to you. So having 3 hearts in the light world isn't a huge deal. Like, it's fine. Normally I'd probably have 8 or 9 by the time I reach the Dark World, but I could do 3. I've never tried... Oh wait, other side. Wow, I am rusty apparently. No, it was that side. Wait, did she not give me a lamp in this one? Oh, you've got to be kidding me. No, 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 no. No, 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 no. That only in the... I could have sworn she gives you a lamp. Am I an idiot? Or is that a glitch or something? Well, crap. Where do I get the lamp? I screwed up. It's probably in here somewhere. Crap! Did I really screw that up that bad? Alright. Oh, duh! I know where it is. Yep, I'm an idiot. Okay. Yes, yes, you shut up. I gotta go get the lamp. It's next to Zelda. Okay. Again, I'm not used to trying to do this game quickly, so definitely don't consider this a speed run, especially not with a mistake like that. The lamp is in Zelda's cell. I'm used to that being... Like, I was doing 2 different mindsets there. I'm doing the mindset of, oh, I'm playing this game to go fast, so I'm not going to get the lamp in Link's house because, you know, I just get it from Zelda. But then I didn't finish that thought, which was, oh, I don't get it from Zelda, I get it from Zelda's cell. Okay, so... minor friggin' detour. Why can't you just let me walk around in the dark, Zelda? Also, it doesn't help that I was just playing randomizer and I didn't need the lamp to move forward in there, because they modified the game to let you get by regardless. Which, anyone watching, frickin' randomizer, way fun. I definitely recommend it. Glad, yeah, I absolutely did. Thank you for pointing it out, though, because if I was worried I wouldn't be able to remember that, like, because I'm trying to figure, like, oh, wait, where is it? Where is the lamp if I don't get it from her? Oh, what, you're back too? I didn't know that. There we go, now I know. This frickin' Ball and Chain Knight respawns. Did anybody know that? No, because no one's ever made this mistake before. So I'm the first person to ever find out that the Ball and Chain Soldier outside Zelda's cell respawns. Also, I have a lamp now. That's nice. You go away. Oh, I gotta kill him. There you go. You die. Not a professional runner of this by any means. I may know where every freaking item for 100% is, but... except for the lamp, obviously, when I'm trying to do it faster. But I don't necessarily know how to optimize this. I also don't know how to do glitches in this game. Like, I know at one point I was able to do the thing where you, like, kind of dash and touch a staircase and then you can run really fast, but I haven't done that in, like, a long time, so I've completely forgotten how to do it. So don't expect any crazy runner strats from this. What do you guys want? Go away. I don't want to deal with you. Don't know why I keep trying to kill them. Alright, so like I say, Light World should be pretty straightforward for the most part. Not expecting a bunch of deaths, but I have the death counter just in case. Dark World, I am expecting to die. Everything there does at least 2 hearts of damage. Like, random minor little enemies. Not everything, but a good number of enemies do freaking 2 hearts of damage right off the pyramid, so I will likely be dying a few times. And as for when we get to the Lynels, I don't know what to expect, because, again, I've never fought them without having the best freaking equipment in the game. So that'll be very interesting to see. Mace. Go away. I don't need rupees, so I don't know why I'm trying to kill them. I'm going to try a few different ways, too. A big complaint that I got from doing the Lynels on the NES game was that I was using the sword beam. Like, a lot of people thought that, oh, that wasn't fair to Breath of the Wild, because you were using that, so maybe NES game is harder if you don't use sword beams. I don't know. I'll probably look into that later. Maybe, I don't know. Oh no, these snakes are killing me. Go away. I need to get a key from someone in this room. Yeah, I do. Is it a snake, or is it a mouse, or is it a pot? It's a chest. Knew it was one of the things that I didn't say. But yeah, so since a lot of people were crying foul at sword beams, which... I mean, I get what they're saying. I get why people are saying that, you know, may not be a fair comparison, but it's... I don't need rupees. Why do I keep killing mice for rupees? It's hard to do a 1-1 comparison with these games. Even this one, like, it can't translate perfectly between The Legend of Zelda on NES and Breath of the Wild. It's just... they each have different little nuances to it. But I am going to try to kill them, like, several times using different methods. So I'll kill them once with, like, everything I have at my disposal, because that's how I killed the Lynel in Breath of the Wild. I used every freaking thing I had. I used bomb arrows, I used this amazing sword I found, thankfully, that I could not have done without it. I used buffs, I used, like, everything that I had at the Great Plateau, so... which... it's hard to say what starting equipment in Breath of the Wild is, but I'm saying it's just anything you find in the plateau, because technically if you think starting would be like the weakest equipment, that would mean freaking you'd have to use nothing but a stick, and it's actually impossible to kill even the lowest level Lynel with just a bunch of sticks. So, decided not to try that. But we're gonna try this. We'll use our full equipment. We'll use just sword with no beams. We'll try using arrows. I don't think arrows will actually work, to be honest. We'll see. We'll try frickin' the hammer, because I'll have the hammer. I have to have the hammer to reach them. And apparently that can kill them real fast. You just have to get real close. The biggest problem is going to be their fireballs, because I only got this piddly little shield that will not block their fireballs. Similar to the NES game, I couldn't block their sword beams in that one either. So, hooray, I understand, yes. Okay, not getting the heart. That hurts, actually. Ugh. How could I not get the heart? I needed it. Alright, so I'm gonna go straight to the Eastern Palace. And not get all the other heart pieces I would normally get. Or the bombs, or the friggin' bottles. Oh, I actually need that. Just not gonna get anything. We're just gonna go beeline, get this done. Any percent, except low percent, I guess. Low percent Lynels. That's this category if you want to speedrun it, this AGDQ. Oh my gosh, AGDQ is like next week! I hope everyone's as excited for that as I am, except I'm not as excited as normal because of the really annoying omission, which is frickin' Super Metroid. Like, I live for Super Metroid runs. I love them. I run Super Metroid myself, not like nearly as good as any of the major runners, but I've got it down to less than 2 hours for 100%, which is the only category I care to do. And, I mean, I just really freaking love that game. It's so good. And it's a lot of fun to watch, especially because, like, the last one was amazing, because they just discovered a few new techs, which you would think in a game that old, people would stop finding new things eventually, but nope. They discovered the Moonfall, or whatever they decided to call it, which was really, really, really good technique. Like, holy cow, it saves a good amount of time. I mean, it's just seconds, but seconds matter a lot in that game. Alright, Eastern Palace. Yeah, these are palaces. I don't know why Couldn't remember that earlier. Alright, let's push a switch. Yay, I did it. I pushed a switch. These guys give me lots of money that I don't need. So I literally will not need money on this run. Alright, what we got? No! Alright, gotta run in here. Get the big key. Fastest way to do that is go right? Thinking in my head, yeah, I think so. I think I have to go right. I don't know. Like I said, dungeon layouts, nope, it's not right. No, isn't it? No, it is. It is right. I am so smart. No, it's not right. You are a fool. Seriously, I have played this game 15 times. You'd think I would have this sort of thing memorized, but no, I really don't. Because, like, when I get in the dungeons, like, I think I subconsciously try to not commit it to my memory exactly, just so I can at least have a little bit of a fun exploration every time I get to a dungeon. Because, like, the overworld, there's not really any secrets left on that for me. Like, I know where everything is. But in a dungeon? Nah, man. I just gotta wander around and solve it. That's my favorite part of a game, is like not knowing where something is and having to find it. Like, that's what I love most in games. It's just like the compass, right? I don't need no compass. It's either the compass or the map. It's not the key. I'm not gonna waste time getting it. That's a magic plate. This way. I need the big key to open the big chest. Oh yeah, this is why I thought I had to go right first. I was a fool. I know they're doing a few games at AGDQ that I am... Oh, I need that key. Ah! They are doing a few I'm excited for. I don't remember what they were, because I haven't looked at the schedule in a long time. Like, I looked at it when it first came out a few months back. But there's definitely some games I am looking forward to, I know. This one? No. You get away. There it is. It'll still be fun. It'll be weird without Super Metroid, but it'll still be good. They are doing... Which Metroid game are they doing? They are doing a Metroid game. I don't remember which one. It wasn't one I was super psyched for. I think it might have been Prime or something. Prime 3, I don't know. I don't like the Prime speedruns as much just because they are like all-out glitch fests. I know glitches are fun. Like, I don't knock anyone that uses glitches, but man, I prefer to watch a game like done completely as fast as possible. Like, no skips, no freaking like tricks that like there's some tricks that are like good, like that if it works in the game, like whatever, if it doesn't break anything, whatever. Like mock balls in Super Metroid, for example. I feel like those are like definitely just a tech and not a glitch. But maybe they are, I don't know. The jury's always been out on that one. I don't think they're ever going to give a concise answer. Speaking of freaking Super Metroid, I played The Mummy Demastered recently, and I was very pleasantly surprised by that. So, it's apparently based on the new Mummy movie that came out, what was that? Was that this last year? I think it was. The one that had the hilarious trailer where they didn't do the audio mixing correctly at all, and so there was just like silence and you could only hear sound effects, and it was, oh, so good. It was so good. I need a fairy. But they made a game off of it, but it's nothing like the freaking movie. I didn't see the movie, but even just like looking at it barely, it's like a side story. I think it's part of the canon of like, I don't know, apparently Prodigium is a thing in the Mummy movie now. I don't know. Either way, the game's rad. Like, it's so rad. It's freaking, it's straight up Metroid. It's straight up Castlevania. Like, it's way more Castlevania than most Metroidvania games are, actually. No, he didn't wake up. Like, when most people do Metroidvania games, they really take most of their inspiration from Metroid, but this one has so much inspiration from Castlevania. And it's, like, so good. Like, they even have a freaking clock tower level, which, like, when I got there and was like, I had to put out a tweet about it. I just, like, couldn't believe it. That I was in a freaking clock tower, in a explore the castle kind of game. So that's, like, 100% Castlevania's footprint. Which is a good thing. Like, I love games that do that, to throw in nods to their inspiration like that. And these red guys are the ones I needed the bow and arrow for. Either way, it was a good game. I had a few problems with it, like, there's no healing stations anywhere, which, I mean, wouldn't be a problem if you can get more pickups. Oh, what am I trying to do? Shit these guys with pots. But it's like Metroid 1, where pickups are either 5 health or 20 health, and that's it. So it's like, you know, the early part of the game, yeah, sure, whatever, you can restock pretty easily, but when you get to the end, near the end, and you start dying, you just can't. Unless you're a big fan of grinding, you cannot regain all your health. So I didn't like that, especially on the final boss. It wasn't like a huge deal. Like it didn't make me hate the game. I just wish there was some way to heal in it somewhere. And I know everyone who you can't say something like that without everyone else shouting "get good," but whatever. There was something else I didn't much care for in it. I don't remember what it was. And that's how good it is. Even the stuff I didn't care about was overshadowed by just like how freaking solid a game it was. It was made by WayForward. The guys what made Shantae. No! Okay, hold on. Alright, so I got an extra heart. Ah, flippin'. Should I? Did I dare do this? Alright. So I'm doing this just in case. Alright, we're gonna go to my controls. Why am I an idiot? Okay, I need to... Where is this? I didn't want to have to do this, but I'm doing this on the emulator just in case I screwed up. Where do I do this? So I got the extra heart. I wasn't supposed to do that, so I need to change my input to input hotkey binds. Rewind. That one. Okay. Okay, good. So let's see if that works. No, that didn't work. Ah, crap. How do I rewind? Changes rewind settings, rewind. Oh, rewind on. Okay. Okay. Will that work after the fact, though? Darn it, no. Okay, whatever. I tried, everybody. My instincts are too powerful to get the heart, but don't worry. When I get to the Lynels, I will make sure I am only at 3 hearts when I'm fighting them. And I promise I won't get any more hearts. I am so sorry. I'm sorry. I let everyone down. I let everyone down. They're just so tantalizing. This big old heart gem. It's like, hey, come touch me. I'm gonna give you freaking delicious juice. I got 4 hearts. I'm only gonna use 3. I promise. Also, I need to update my thing when I'm talking to Sarasura Ramanat here. Yeah, now I can rewind. Great. Glad I didn't enable that first, right? Okay. So we have... We need to change some of these things. So we have that. We have the lantern. Wait, what? Oh, there it is. Okay. We have the... No. Oh, we have that. And now we have the Pegasus boots. So, I'm trying to... I'll do my best I can to keep the right side updated, but I am doing this, you know, alone. So, I may miss it. If it's something I haven't filled in, just let me know. Okay, so we have the Pendant Courage, we have the Pegasus boots. It means we can head over to the library, get the Bukumudara, and then be on our merry way to the Desert Palace. Ow. Can't believe I grabbed that stupid heart. Concerning the mummy, funnily enough, the final boss is like super hard, right? Which, you know, it's a final boss, it should be. But the second time I beat it, it glitched. And the mummy, she kind of just like stood there. Like, she does this attack where she throws a boomerang. It doesn't do anything until it comes back to her. So what it looks like happened is somehow I managed to make her miss catching the boomerang. I have no idea how I did it. But because she missed it, it went away, and she just continued to wait for it to come back. Meaning she stayed there forever and just let me torture the flamethrower until she died. So that was cool. But I was happy about it because I'd already done a lot. Also, the freaking ending sequence in that game was kind of ridiculous. Like, after you beat the boss, you have to escape, but there's these boulders falling down, right? And it's like, oh, okay, yeah, whatever, boulders. But there's literally no way to dodge them. Like, you cannot. You will take many hits from the boulders on your way out. And because it's like, the instant they appear on screen, they hit you already. Like, that's it. So I did not like that. It's easier if you, obviously, have more help from the boss, but I didn't my first time. I got the bad ending. Like, thankfully the game doesn't, like, you don't, like, die if you get hit by the boulders, because the whole point of the game, it's pretty cool, is that you're not one person, you're like a series of Marines that are going in to try to do all this. And so anytime you die, it's like the Marine you were just controlling is actually dead. Kind of like in a roguelike game. They're like, so they actually die. But freaking... whenever you save, it's like, oh, you're making a log of your progress. So the next Marine after you die comes in, reads your progress. Your Marine got turned into a freaking zombie. And so you have to go fight the other Marine that's now a zombie to get all your equipment back. So I thought that was pretty cool. I liked that mechanic. I thought it was neat. But yeah, I just leave you there and you're like, you get the bad ending where it's like, sadly, we could not save everybody, but at least we won the game. So obviously I played it again to get a better ending. Apparently there's a best ending if you never die at all, but I'm not doing that. Alright, there we go. Link is saying, please let me in! How long's it been? Almost 30 minutes? Okay, I'm not making bad time. Doing alright. Going slowly up the stairs. Okay, Desert Palace. Top level up there. Dungeon key is to the right. I might need a small key to get it. Which if I do, there's a small key in the... No! You get away. There's a small key up at the top on the lantern. Yeah, I need a small key to get it. At least I think that's the big key. I hope I'm remembering that correctly. What does this guy want? He wants death. This room? This room has the small key? Yeah. Right? This actually might be the map. I don't think this is a small key. Get away from me! I don't want to die. Oh. Right. This might be the map. It's the map. Small key is to the left. I have good memory. Ow! What a rude man. Yeah, here it is. I would like some hearts, please. Oh, there it is. Yes, yes. And dash. Got a key. Then we go this way. Open up the room on the right. Dash past a bunch of cannonballs, which should give me the big key. Yeah, there you go. You can hear them. You can hear the cannonballs from there. Good little set of ambience. Ow. How dare you. The rupees. Dash past all those. Yes! Okay, great. Ow. Don't need whatever's in that chest. Gonna open as few chests as possible. Only take what's necessary. Also, I need more hearts. Where'd all my hearts go? Did anyone come back to life in here? No? Awesome. Jars! Jars have hearts every time. Yay! Aw, dang, you know what's funny? If I was playing this in my SNES Classic, I would have been able to rewind that stupid freaking heart I got. Dang it! I was actually initially going to be doing that. I was going to be playing out in the SNES Classic, because it's my preferred place to play. It's like, it's nice, it works well, it's a fun little box. But we had some people that are going to be staying the night because Jessica and her friends, they're going up to Universal. Get away from me! Get away! They're going up to Universal tomorrow. I'm staying back, do stuff and such. And so she needed the living room because they'll probably be getting in a few hours or less, actually. And I'm like, well, where am I going? This way? Yeah. So I didn't want to be out in the main room, like with a bunch of people while I'm streaming, just in case, you know. So decided to do it in my office, but I didn't have a SNES Classic in here, and if I hooked it up, it wouldn't have sound, which would have been annoying to me. So I went with just emulating instead. But had I been using my SNES Classic, I could have rewound. So that's a bummer. Alright, so we're in the second half of this dungeon now. It's pretty straightforward from this point. Kill everything in this room. I gotta light up some things later. I got plenty of magic. This guy's glitching against the wall. Dodge a Beamos! What else have I been playing? So after beating the mummy, I tried out... Oh, that's right, I gotta get the key from right here. I tried out this game called Blossoms something or the other. It's on the Switch. I think it's on other platforms. I wanted to see what it was like, because it was very much like Zelda-like. Like, very, very much. More so than most other Zelda-likes. It made a point to really look like Zelda, act like Zelda, everything. And a lot of people had given good reviews for it, so I'm like, yeah, sure, why not? But man, I am not interested in that game, like, at all. It is boring. Like, I don't know. If a game doesn't bring something of its own to the table, like, I can't really get into it pretty well. And this is definitely one of those cases. It's just so much just literally, like, just a parody of Zelda. Not even a parody, because it's, like, it still does the same general type of progression. But, I don't know, I just didn't much enjoy it. Which is a bummer, but, oh well, I tried. Ow. Also, hey look, Lynels! Or Moldorms if you're playing the Japanese version. Because that's not confusing, that there's also an enemy in this game called Moldorm. They call them tails in Japan. So these are Moldorms. Our Moldorms are tails. Yada yada. Ah, I need to stop getting hit. What's wrong with me? That was better timing. I haven't killed any of them yet. What's wrong with me? I'm gonna get hit. Okay, that's one. Pretty good, pretty good. Good thing is I'm evenly hitting them for the most part, so like, after there's only one left, I won't have much of the 8-way rocks. At least 2 8-way rocks, okay. 3 8-way rocks? Oh, okay. Nope, a million. Apparently I was not evenly distributing at all. There we go. Don't grab the heart, you idiot. Yes, sir. Does it go away? Like, it goes away, right? How does it... I don't know how to do this, guys. When does it go away? Can I actually not do 3 hearts? Hold on, that's not right. Quick, someone tell me what I'm doing wrong here. Do I have to shoot it? Here, I'll shoot it. That didn't work. Why do... I thought I could do a 3 heart in this game, can't I? I totally can. Let's do a quick little Google here, unless someone wants to shout at me in the comments. I'm sure I'm ticking somebody off right now. Let's see. Ouch. The exact opposite of what most people search for in this game. Like, I literally have no idea how to skip this. Skip. Holy crap, like... Hi, Claire. Do you know the answer to my question? Add to 3 heart. Link to the past. Maybe that's not a thing. Oh my gosh. I just learned something the other day, I guess. 3 heart challenge. A link to the past. Oh, I spelled that terribly. Wow, no, I can't! Holy crap, I didn't know that! I learned something new about A Link to the Past, a game I have been playing for... Oh, it'll be 20 years this year. 20 years this year. I should throw a little birthday party for the first time I played A Link to the Past. If I knew what date it was. I don't think I'd have to journal and wrote it down. But holy crap, you cannot skip heart containers. So I didn't screw up before. Oh, that makes me feel so much better. That makes me feel so much better. Okay, so I have to have at least 6 hearts. Wow. I did not know that. I will remember that forever now. Like, again, I've never tried a 3-heart challenge before on this. Obviously, I guess it just never existed to begin with, so... It's actually totally fair game for me to have 6 hearts when fighting the Lynels. I'll still do it at different heart values. No one's going to be able to yell at me. Save skip. Save skip. That counts as a death, by the way, according to this game. At the end of the game, if I, anytime you stop playing, it counts as a death. So how about that, huh? Alright, oh, I need to update the thing on the right, too. Let's do that real quick before I forget. That would be the... Where is it? You know, I could have freaking laid these out, so I would be able to just have them in order, but no, I decided to not put them in order. Filters. There we go. There's the pendant of freaking power. And the power gloves. If I can find them. Yep, there it is. And... updated. There we go. Inventory match. Yep, inventory matches. Why do I have bombs? Oh, I must have accidentally picked them up. Okay, whatever. I'm not going to use any bombs. At least I don't think I am. Actually, no, I am going to use bombs in the Dark World, aren't I? So... yeah, I think... maybe. The Dark Palace may or may not require bombs. I don't remember, because I always have bombs. And that's not a thing I need to think of. In the Dark World, Mirror World, however, I believe you can skip them. Interesting. I'm not going to be able to test that out today, because I'm not actually going to beat any bosses in the Dark World. But after I do this challenge, I will go back and try that out. I really had no idea that you can't 3-heart challenge this game. Like, that's generally just a thing that you can do in every Zelda. I mean, I guess it wasn't a tradition yet at this point, considering this is only the second one with hearts in it. Alright, back killed. Alright, Keese killed. Oh gosh, I thought I thought the old man was a Keese. Oh man. The fun thing about these guys is, for some reason, everyone thought they were called squirrels. Dang! You need to not die, please. I think the old man can heal me, thankfully. Please don't get hit by the rock, please don't get hit by the rock, please don't get hit by the rock. Okay, good. Heal me, old man! Yes, yes, yes. Thank you, sir. Alright. Done did it. Ow! Hate these rocks. Hate rocks! Just talking about that in the Mummy. I hate those rocks, I hate these rocks, I hate all the rocks. Here's the fun thing about this game is... one thing you'll notice about Link's sprite is that his hair is pink, and I had no problem, like, understanding that as a child. I just was like, that's weird. Why is his hair pink? Like, why? Like, the official artwork, it's all blonde and everything. But no, in this game, it's, like, actually totally pink. And Link would make a comeback, because... Oh, he actually did. In Triforce Heroes, he did. Not as a playable Link, but just as a fun little cameo. I really liked that. But yeah, for some reason, the sprite is pink, and so when you turn into a rabbit, he turns into a pink rabbit. Although some people, like, were in denial about it, like, no, that's just part of his hat, but it's like, you could totally see his sideburns flopping around. I'm all for pink-haired Link, like, see, what did I just do? Oh, I just... I just hit the, freaking magic mirror right at the same time as, was about to hit that. Okay, key number 1. I'll take it. Get away from me! This could be a fun boss. I don't have the boomerang! I hope that doesn't become a problem later. I don't think it will. Oh, I got bombs. So no, I don't need the boomerang. I'm sorry I didn't put bombs on the thing on the right, everybody. But I didn't realize I would accidentally pick some up. I really don't even know where I got them from. Wait. Boss key. Boss key. Is that... Boss key might be on the first floor, or the basement floor of this dungeon. I gotta go down and look. I don't remember for sure. I'd rather take the extra hike now than later. That's a map. Oh. Go away. You go away too. I never actually thought about what the pink was. This parrot dash. Yeah, most people just like kind of subconsciously ignore it, I have found. Which is funny, because like me, like this and Final Fantasy VI were 2 Super Nintendo games that always bugged me with their sprite work. Not like in a bad way necessarily, but just that it wasn't consistent. I don't know what it was with Super Nintendo era sprite artists, but for some reason sometimes they just be like, nah, I'm going to change this design a little bit. So I ended up with the green-haired Terra instead of blonde Terra, which honestly, huge improvement. Green hair on Terra is awesome. Pink hair on Link is awesome. Not so as awesome is the fat kids from Tales of Phantasia, which that wasn't released in America, so a lot of people never really actually played it, but I recommend it. Seek it out. It's really fun. The PlayStation 1 version is way better. There was a version that was localized for America for the Game Boy Advance. Don't play that one. It's awful. Just because A, the gameplay isn't as tight as the PlayStation 1 version, and B, the frickin' localization is awful. Like, you know, a lot of people could say, like, oh yeah, I mean, this couldn't be worse than any other JRPG, but no, it's bad. Like, the word Ragnarok was translated to kangaroo in that game, so, yeah. Hey dude, for the tile spinning room, just hold up your shield or hit them with your sword. So, hitting them with your sword will work for these tiles. This game doesn't actually have a, well, how do I say it? A shield that you can activate. The shield's passive, like it was in the first Zelda game. So you block things just by staring at them, but certain things can't be blocked that way, including the tiles. They can be broken with the sword, however. I just always enjoyed running around more, I guess. Come on with this. Can I reach anything from there? No. Stupid freaking things in the ground. I actually have no idea what to call those. What do we call these? Also, the little orbs that you activate them with always look like octopuses to me. Kangaroo, seriously. Yep, kangaroo. I don't know. I don't know how you screw up that bad. Like, just so much Norse mythology in that game too. It's like, obviously it would be Ragnarok, but nah, it's like that was just somebody on their off day. I mean, sometimes bad translations can be fun. Like Final Fantasy VI is a good example. Like, that is not a perfect translation. There are a lot of errors in it, a lot of issues with it, and a lot of things that were changed, but a lot of them I like better. Like, for example, they changed Tina in the Japanese version. They changed her name to Terra. Terra is a way cooler name, honestly. Like, I don't know, I probably would have been used to Tina if that's what I heard first, but I personally think that Terra is a better name. Mash may be better than Sabin. I don't know. I'm not sure on that one. I kind of like Mash, but it's also kind of like, I don't know, a little on the nose. But the best name he put in there was freaking Atma. I love that word. I love the word Atma because it was a mistranslation of Ultima. He called it Atma, and so you have the Atma weapon sword and the Atma weapon beast, and it was freaking awesome. Like, when I played the Game Boy Advance version, I was really bummed out that they changed it because, I don't know, Atma just sounds cooler. Like, Ultima just looks like the first thing that pops in your head. It's like, oh, what do we call the ultimate weapon? The Ultima, yeah, that's fine, Ultima. But Atma sounds like an actual freaking, like, hardcore thing, so I wish they had kept that as the name, but oh well, what are you gonna do? We'll see if we need these pots. Alright, here we go. Moldorm, the big one. We blocked those with the upgraded shield. Maybe. I actually don't remember if I've tried using the mirror shield on those or not. I'll have to try it out sometime, see if that's the case. Alright. The best thing about this boss is that he doesn't kill you, he just pushes you off the edge and you get upset at him. Alright, I need to change those back so I can get hearts. Maybe these guys will give me hearts. Come on, give me some hearts. Some of you should be close. Why am I getting so much slowdown? Goodness. Die, 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 die? Yes. These guys ain't gonna need no hearts. Okay. No, screw it. I'm not gonna waste time on them. Let's just kill the Moldorm. I don't need that many hearts to kill him. You can even use the one from the shop. Interesting. I will absolutely try that out then. I will not be getting an upgraded shield in this run, but yeah, later I will. And okay. It's closer. I do not remember how many hits it takes to kill this guy, but it's way too many. Because it's like, no matter what, you can be great, you're gonna have full health, but at some point, the boss battle can just start all over because of a little mistake. Okay, he's going a little bit faster. Come on, come on, come on, come on. Whew, that was close. Okay. Uh-oh. I might actually die. I died! Alright! Death number 1. Let's update that death counter. So sad. So sad. Moldorm's such a random moving boss. I guess I'm just used to having, like... I gotta get used to, like, not having this much health. I'm being way too reckless here. Where's my magic mirror? Okay. Let's update. I got the magic mirror. Yeah, bump that up. And then death counter. That's at the top. Because I put it where I should've. Deaths. 1. Alright, let's try again. So my wife had never played this game growing up. We played a bunch of other Zeldas, but never played this one. And this boss was like the actual bane of her existence. Like, she hated it so much. She just like did not want to play this game after a while because of all the times that it killed her. Not even killed her, just knocked her off. Like, yeah. I actually did convince her to pick it up again, so I'm having fun watching her play it. It's interesting to see like how people who aren't super familiar with this game like react with it. Because like things that I like think are straightforward or super easy, it's like, oh, maybe that's not as clear as I thought it was. It's so long back I beat this game, I should play it again. You definitely should. It's freaking great. Like, this game has not like gotten any worse with time. Like, it's still exactly as good as when it first came out, which is really surprising. Like, there's a few quality of life things I feel like could be nice. Like, for example, I have R and L, which I am pushing right now, and they do nothing. So having those assigned to like a oh, I didn't even get the moon pearl. I need to get the moon pearl. Having those assigned to a like item or something Or even like moving the X button, which is map, to RRL would be good, because then you can use X for an item, which would be nice. Having just at least one extra item slot in this game would be a very welcome addition. Alright, there's what I need to do. Okay. Good thing I died, because I would have totally forgotten about the Moon Pearl. There. What do you mean by that? Like, what kinds of things aren't super clear? I don't have any specific examples. Just, like, some solutions to the puzzles. Like, there's stuff you can always figure out. Like, it's not that there's never, like, a solution that you can find in the game. In most cases, I feel like. But just some puzzles are, like, much more, like, complex than you would think they are. At least for me. Like, again, I played it so many times, so it's like, friggin', I don't give it a second thought. I'm like, oh, this puzzle, I'll just do this, this, and this, and I'm done. But other times, it's... This is also the first Zelda game I played. I played it 20 years ago. But by the time I played it, I had mostly played Mario games and then a few random Konami games, like, not good Konami games, mind you, like, crappy Konami games for the NES, that a friend of ours, I guess, worked for Konami or something, maybe as a playtester, and he just had them, and so he gave us, like, 5 or 6 Konami games. Some of them are actually great, like Bucky O'Hare, for example. That game is awesome. Like, I loved it so much as a kid. And, like, almost no one knows what it is, but I love it. They actually did it at, I think SGDQ this past year. Either SGDQ or AGDQ from this last year, and I was super excited. It's like, I've never hit the donate button so fast as when I watched that. Alright, we need hearts. Let's go get hearts. Where's those little thingies? They're over here. I need to hit an orb. There's one up here. No, there's not one up there. Where's the orbs? First playthrough, I got literally everything. I don't know if I did. I know... Let's see, how old was I when I played? I was 9. Yeah, I was 9 years old when I first played this. And so I know to find a few things, I used the Nintendo Power Hotline. I don't know how many of you remember that, but for those that don't, it was a expensive phone service because it was a Washington phone number. So if you lived in Washington, good for you, but if you didn't, you had to pay long distance, which used to be a thing. Wow, that's crazy. That used to be a thing. You had to call long distance. So like I wasn't able to find every heart piece on my own when I was younger, and I didn't have any strategy guides. I don't think I was yet familiar with the web enough to know that I could do strategy guides yet on there, but either way, I called up the Nintendo Power Hotline, and this guy was always be like, "Welcome to the Nintendo Power Hotline. Here's where to find heart piece number 2." And it's like, oh, great. That's how I ended up 100%ing Link to the Past the first time, was by calling the Nintendo Power Hotline after I had exhausted my tiny, tiny brain. It kind of bums me out, because I did overly rely on strategy guides as a kid. I wish I hadn't. Like, I don't know, for some reason, I just thought that that was how you played certain games. Alright, he's dead! Which even Nintendo made it seem that way too. Like, they packed in strategy guides with some of their more confusing games, like Earthbound. Final Fantasy 1 was another big one that they released an entire issue of Nintendo Power that actually told you how to beat the entire game because of how complicated that was. But I wish looking back, I wish I hadn't done that. And around the time that, I think around 2002, 3, how old would I have been? 13, 14? I don't remember. At an age, I don't remember what age, I realized I need to stop being a freaking wimp and start actually beating games on my own. So after that point, I only started using... I did still buy Zelda guides because I just liked them. I liked the way they looked, but I wouldn't like open them until I just had no more ideas. And then things switched to Prima from Nintendo Power for publishing, and I stopped liking it as much, and I stopped buying guides altogether. It's a different time. Like, I guess nowadays you just look everything up on the internet, which, you know, I do. If there's anything I'm ever like super stumped on, then I will. But games are also getting a lot better about, like, not letting you get stumped. They're giving you more tools to really figure things out on your own. I think, like, Samus Returns, for example, for 3DS, a wonderful new Metroid game that came out this past year. it was very confusing how to activate a certain special ability you can do. By just screwing around with the tools you were given, you like just kind of figured it out. It's like, oh, that's how I do it. Neat. And it felt really good when you did that. Like, it feels really good to be able to just figure everything out on your own, for sure. Let's see. For me, it was a bunch of trial and error. I've still never played a Final Fantasy game, but one of my favorite game series is The Golden Sun. Me too, I never played one, probably should. Uh-oh, gotta avoid this mushroom. I liked Final Fantasy a lot more as a kid than I do now, that is for sure. When I was growing up, I actually really liked RPGs. These days, I just don't. Like, when I say growing up, probably like middle school, and halfway through high school, and then after a certain point, I just stopped being able to beat them. Like, not that they got too hard, it's just like, I'd play them and I would just get bored. I'd get really bored and just stop playing them altogether, so, like, most of my knowledge of RPGs is like everything on the Super Nintendo, a few PS1 things, and the Game Boy Advance. And then after that, like, I just stopped. But it's good. Like, I like Final Fantasy VI the best out of all the ones I played. It's a blast. It's got really good mechanics in it. A really fun story too. Like, I actually really enjoyed the story in it. And it didn't like spend too much time on the story either. Like, it was a good balance. I feel like 7, for example, which I loved in middle school but cannot stomach now, just like spent way too much time talking, and I just didn't enjoy it. Golden Sun is another one that I really loved in middle school. Like, oh my gosh, I love that game so much. Like, I would write fan fiction about it even. Like, I don't think I have it saved anywhere, but yeah, I definitely did like jump on that train because I just really liked it though, and that was the first game that really introduced me to the whole 4 elements thing, which is surprising because that's like so common in gaming, and you would think I would have found it a lot earlier. But for some reason, that's the first game that I really did it on, or at least the first one I noticed it on, I guess. Because did I play Final Fantasy 1 before or after Golden Sun? I don't remember. Either way, I really loved it. I just loved everything about it. These days, it's too talk heavy for me to get through, but I really like it. I might want to change the description now because you have 6 hearts. Yes, I probably should actually. Can I do that while I'm in the middle of it? I don't know. I'll find out when I get to the Dark World transfer area. Where am I? Okay. I was not paying attention to what I was doing. My freaking hands were on autopilot right there, so I forgot that I had left the forest. I did watch a playthrough of Final Fantasy VI, I think it was. If it's the one with the beautiful, amazing music, holy crap. I may not like RPGs as much anymore, but Final Fantasy music is something I can always get behind. I love it. I saw, what was it called? Distant Worlds. I saw it live in concert, and it was fantastic. Nobuo Uematsu himself was there. He played a little bit of the organ for a song from Final Fantasy VI. It's actually really cute. He's pretty shy about when it comes to performing. He loves composing, and he likes actually playing music like in a studio, but when it comes to performing, goodness, that man is he's not too confident in himself, which is sad because like he's so good. Like, the Black Mages, if you've ever listened to them, that's him on the organ and keyboard, and it's like, wow, he's good. Like, it's so good. But yeah, he was just freaking a little nervous about being in front of all those. Oh yeah, I have sword beams now. Just sword beam these guys to death. But yeah, the music is great. Final Fantasy VI is my favorite soundtrack, hands down. Like, there's a scene in the game where there's like an opera going on, and it's like, it freaking blew, how old was I for that one? 10 or 11. It blew my young mind that there'd be an opera in a video game. Like, I never even cared about an opera before, but I'm just like, this sounds really cool and makes me interested in getting into more musical stuff. Which I did. Like, as a kid, I didn't care for musicals and such, but like, at some point after that game, like, it made me realize, oh no, musicals are cool. Like, I really like musicals. Which I do. Some. I don't like all musicals. It varies. But I definitely like them a lot more than I used to now. Final Fantasy VII has great music. Like, I mean, come on. One Winged Angel is such a good boss theme. I do like Dancing Mad a little bit more, but One Winged Angel, it's like, you just cannot argue that it's just fantastic. It's well done. It's just cool. Like, the whole Latin choir, and it's like, that was something that really showed you, it's like, oh, this was not possible on Super Nintendo to do music this cool, which, not saying Super Nintendo didn't have good music, it totally did, but the whole Latin choir thing was just like unheard of, like actually having choir samples. So it was just a cool way to take gaming music to a whole new level, and Nobuo Uematsu was like, definitely the right person to do it. Where the crap is this key? There it is. I got a key! Alright. How are we doing so far? Oh, I'm only an hour in and I'm about to the Dark World. Great. I might be able to actually do this in under 2 hours. Hope I do. Schoolroy! You found me! Ah, guys! How dare you sneak up on me when I'm distracted by Schoolroy? What's up, Schoolroy? I'm sorry I haven't been watching your streams lately. They keep coming up when I'm in the middle of something. But I do still get the emails. Also, I'm sorry Gamnesia hasn't been streaming. We kind of fell off there. We're having a meeting soon to figure out what we're doing moving forward to kind of come up with another schedule and such. So hopefully we get back on it. For those that don't know, which should be almost everybody who would be watching this stream, I do some streaming with a website called Gamnesia. They're a cool website filled with cool people who do just general gaming news, and a few of me and my friends do some streaming for the channel. And it's a good time. We do some special events over there. But we've kind of been on a little bit of a hiatus because all at once, all of our lives suddenly, like, changed in different ways. Mostly good ways. Like, nothing bad, but, like, we just all stopped having time. The same amount of time we used to have. Oh. There it is. So I'm doing this video specifically, like, I want to kind of comment on something that I'm very confused about. I posted a video back in June when the very first DLC for Breath of the Wild came out, because I was streaming. I was streaming it on my own YouTube channel, just having fun, being like, let's see what fun things we can find. And I found the Lynel, the Great Plateau, and I'm like, this is awesome, and I fought it, and I beat it, and I thought, hey, that could make a really fun video if I put some effort into it and actually edit it and make it look nice. And so I did, and it got a few views, because like I did it really early, so like not too many people were posting videos of that Lynel yet. And when I say it got some views, I mean it got like 1,000 views, and I was like, wow, that's amazing! Like I've never gotten 1,000 views that quickly. Maybe I should make more stuff. And because I like making videos. I think it's fun, and I like when people like my videos. So I made the follow-up video, NES Lynels versus Breath of the Wild Lynels. Which ones are tougher to beat? And it was longer. It was a little bit more of a let's play than a true like question and answer video. And so it wasn't like I don't think it was a good follow-up necessarily. And it got like barely any response. So I'm like, whatever. I tried. That was fun. And so like because of that, I wasn't like super determined to make another video right away. Like, usually my YouTube videos are just stupid things I think of off the top of my head. And sometimes they actually get really popular, surprisingly. Not, like, super popular, but, like, just enough to where it's fun. But I've never had anything, like, truly actually be, like, really popular. And then on Thanksgiving, I'm sitting at the table and my phone starts buzzing. And I'm like, what's going on here? And this is, mind you, several months, 4 or 5 months after I posted the last video, the last real video I did. I posted like 1 or 2 dumb stupid things and a few streams in that time, but like nothing major. And suddenly people are commenting and subscribing to me, and I'm like, what is happening? And I had like, at the beginning of this year, I had I think maybe 13 subscribers, and all in the course of 1 month, I gained 500. And I was like, holy crap. Again, this doesn't mean I'm famous or nothing. Like, I don't want to make it sound like I'm like bloated or nothing, but I just thought like, whoa, like there's people actually watching my videos and actually thinking they're cool. And it's not just like, it wasn't a small amount either. Like that NES video has over 100,000 views on it. And so I'm like, all right, cool. I want to do some more stuff because that was neat. So here I am. That's why I'm doing this now, because I mentioned at the beginning, a lot of people were like, hey, what about Link to the Past Lynels? And I'm like, what about Link to the Past Lynels? Let's find out. So I'm hoping to be able to produce a few more videos, have actual, like, when I say produce, I mean, like, not just streams like this, but actual edited content that I put together, plan, script, etc. because this is actually really fun for me. I really like doing this. Again, I don't think I'm really gonna get like popular or nothing off this, but as long as there's at least like a few people who are like enjoying my videos, which my gosh, those of you that said that, like I got like the comments that are like, hey, great job, etc. Like I was like, oh my gosh, somebody actually cared. So it meant a lot. I got plenty of comments too, not plenty, like the very few amount, saying that like, wow, you're really crappy at fighting Lynels or stuff like that, or just like your video is like, my favorite one was, wow, your 5-minute video is really bloated on my 20-minute video. Which fair enough, and I get it, like, but just like the positive comments just like really inspired me, like, hey, I want to do some more stuff. So that's one of my things this year is, why is he only giving me the freaking, I want to make some videos. I want people to watch them, and I want to share what I like doing, so that's what I'm here for. That beating your Lynel in Breath of the Wild that leading Great Plateau video brought me here. I was watching it and saw you. Oh, you saw me live when I was doing that. Nice. Nice. Alright, see, that's the thing. I'm glad, because, like, I like watching other people do cool things. I hope I do some stuff that's cool that people like watching, and if you think it's cool, awesome. I'm so glad you're enjoying it. If you don't think it's cool, I mean, one way or the other, I still just enjoy doing this. So, it's fun. It's fun, and it does help me be motivated when people do like it, so I'm gonna do more. Because I figure you don't get freaking 500 subscribers and just throw that away. You do something with it. Because there's a lot of, like, there's a lot of small channels, like ones with, you know, just a few thousand subscribers, nothing crazy, that I really like being subscribed to because they always just feel more personal, and I want to see if, like, I can do that kind of thing too. Like, just be a small channel that I can get to know some people on, like some cool people, like share ideas with. That's my main goal here, is just to kind of, I don't know, I wouldn't exactly say make friends, because it's not like, you know, we're gonna go out for drinks or nothing, but it's just fun. It's just fun to hang out with some of you guys. I also have to update the items on the right side. Oh my gosh, thank you. Thank you for keeping track of that for me. This is much easier when I have other people doing this with me. Alright, pendant. Actually, I can get rid of all the pendants now because, let's see, get rid of it, and get rid of it, and bring in Ka-ching, Master Sword. Alright. The Moon Pearl, where it be? There it goes. Filters. Bam, Moon Pearl, check. I don't have the hammer yet. When did I not ever mark that I got the Book of Fedora? Okay, and then YouTube description. Can I change that right now? Info and settings. This is also a good time for a water break, goodness. Okay, with only 3 hearts. Wrong! With only 6 hearts. There we go. Save changes. Bam! Updated. Thank you very much for that reminder, Conclair. Okay, back to the Zeldas. We're in the Dark World! Oh, I also need to change the backdrop, don't I? Because right now I have the Light World going on in the background. And we need the Dark World. There we go. Ching. Alright, so we're done beating bosses. All we need to do is grab the freaking hammer and the Titan's Mitt, and we are on our way to Lynels. I hope. I really don't think there's anything else I need to do before then, but we'll see. I shouldn't need the hook shot because at least looking at the map, like, I can get there without the hook shot, just using the hammer. It's always weird, like, playing a game differently and just realizing the things that you just never think about, which is really fun. I need to do more stuff like this. I need to do more, like, weird ways of playing old games, just so I can, no, where am I going? Just so I can learn more stuff about them, because I've learned a few things about Link to the Past in this session, so I want to do some more of that. Where the crap am I going? My brain keeps going on autopilot, I apologize, where I just start talking and then I just keep moving Link around with my hands and not thinking. So, let's go ahead and go up here. Oh look, a big old arrow. You think I would be able to follow that? Also, I realized I hadn't been, like, going on my way for rupees. I'm glad I actually have 150 right now. Otherwise, I would not be able to use our good friend Kiki. This game's pretty good about giving you money, though. Like, even if you're, like, avoiding stuff, you just still happen upon a lot of it. What's up, Kiki? Yeah, have some money. What about being in the game by only killing things with the lantern? Can I do that? Nope, I can't do that. I tried. Mr. Moblin did not want to die from just a lantern. I love that they did that in A Link Between Worlds. Give you, like, that freaking most powerful lantern. Wait, where'd Kiki? Oh, dang it, I got hit. I forgot that Kiki runs away if you get hit. That's what happens when you're not paying attention, folks. Alright, he's back. Yes, yes, here's 10 more rupees, you thief! Using some sort of infinite mana green bar or whatever. That's never said they would die in one hit. Do they actually die? I'll also test that later too. I don't wanna die right now. It gets to Hinox. Ask him to open it. Alright, let's go. The sad thing is, I probably am not going to do any more, like, Lynel from other game videos after this, because I'd either have to be doing A Link Between Worlds, which I hate recording 3DS, I hate it. Like, not that I can't, like, I totally can, I have done it, it's just I hate the output. It looks gross. Because I don't have a, oh, hello. I don't have a capture card for it, I'm using custom firmware to broadcast the 3DS to my computer, and I just hate the way it looks. But I'll see. The Oracle games also, I don't feel like they're Lynels or anything special. Like, the Link to... Why did I go this way? The Link to the Past Lynels and the Breath of the Wild Lynels... not Breath of the Wild. The Link Between World Lynels, even though they look pretty similar, like, they work pretty differently. I definitely feel like the Link Between World ones are easier to kill, because they have, hit stun associated with them. Every time you hit them with your sword, they go back for a second, like, ugh! Which enemies in these games don't really do that as much. They might get flung back a little bit, but they don't stop what they're doing either. There's my key. Okay. What else is going on in the gaming world recently? I don't know. A bunch of people are upset that people keep calling, or not that they're calling, but that people keep making PlayerUnknown Battlegrounds ripoffs, which I don't like calling them ripoffs because it's literally just a genre of game. Like, I don't know. Gaming's an interesting thing because, like, you kind of have to steal ideas and stuff to move it forward. Like, you really do. Because, I don't know, maybe... just think about it. Think about it if every game had to be a completely new idea. And think about all the games we wouldn't have because of that. There'd be a lot. So it's like, yeah, there's a lot of games that are literally just the same thing as PlayerUnknown's Battlegrounds, but good. Like, if they're putting their own spin on it and doing it in different ways, I think that's, like, really good for the gaming environment as a whole. Especially because sometimes things can be done better. Like, the freaking Zelda 1 was, like, one of the first big, like, oh, you can explore the overworld games, and that's been done better, like, a whole bunch of times. I guess that's subjective, but I think so, at least. I love Zelda 1, don't get me wrong, but this game, for example, way better. Yeah, sometimes you just gotta do a little bit of thievery. Wait, is that the big key? That might be the big key. In fact, I've fully convinced myself that's the big key. "2018, what games do we have coming out that are good?" I really don't know. I think, I mean, I don't know. I'm not a big fan of most games, to be honest. Like, actually, like, I just don't enjoy playing most games, and I don't know why that is. I think, like, I mean, I'm not old or nothing, but I think getting older, at least, has just made me, like, cherish my time more, I guess? I don't know. I don't know how to put it, but so, like, if a game feels like a waste of time to me, I'm like, eh. So at this point, I can almost only play adventure games like Zelda or Metroid or Castlevania, any of those. And every other game I just get done with immediately. Except for Golf Story. Golf Story is a beautiful animal and I love it so much. I've been playing that a lot. Like, it's funny because like everyone described it as being like a golfing RPG. And like it totally is, obviously. Like that's what it was designed to be. But it doesn't feel like an RPG. Like you get level ups and there's quests, but it just like it's so freaking just like I don't know, it's so its own thing. I really like it. It's just such a good time. I've also liked golf games ever since I was a kid. Like, I don't usually seek them out, but those Konami games I was talking about earlier, one of them, two of them actually were golf games. One was Fighting Golf, which I hated that one. The other one was Jack Nicklaus, 18 Favorite Holes or something or the other. Which, I'm sorry, Dad, for mispronouncing his name. He gets mad at me every time I say Jack Nicklaus, because it's like, I think it's just Jack Nicklaus. But it looks like, it reads like Jack Nicklaus. So, I need a key. Bother. How many bombs I got? Plenty. Great. But I really liked that game as a kid. A lot. Like, I played it enough to where I was able to get an eagle on the first hole, which was really cool. Is there a key this way? I don't think there is. So that's just get further in the dungeon. Remembering how to get key. Just go straight up. That might be a key. Having trouble remembering how to get key. My favorite kinds of games are, well, I don't exactly know the genre, but this kind of games is Zelda games. So yeah, like, Zelda's one of the big pioneers of action-adventure games after, of course, adventure itself. But action-adventure is, like, such an overused term these days. It's hard to just, like, really say any game is action-adventure. You usually have to... How do I get over there? 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 It's this way. This way? Do I have to fall down there? Why can't I remember? But Zelda specifically is about freaking getting items and then exploring the world around you with the new items you get. Breath of the Wild, not so much. There's some of that to a degree, but it's definitely in most other Zeldas, that's exactly how it goes. Oh, duh, there's what I need to do. Get away from me! And that's the kind of game I like the most too. Like, freaking, I love games where you explore a world, find something to help you explore more world, and then just rinse and repeat. I love it. That's why Zelda, Castlevania, and Metroid are my favorite freaking franchises of all time. 100% The Witness. Yeah, Witness is awesome. That game, I haven't beaten it yet, and I've put it down for too long, so I think I have to start over because I've forgotten everything. But that game's freaking awesome. Love the puzzle games. Yeah, puzzle games are great. Myst was a game that my sisters played a lot when I was a kid. I don't know if it was a lot, but either way, they played it. And I remember seeing it and being like, for lack of a better word, mystified by it. No pun intended. And I loved it. Like, I just loved the way it looked. I asked my sister Stephanie about it once, and I'm like, what's the story in this game? And she said, well, you kind of have to, like, make the story. And I'm like, what? Because I was like, my little mind was just blown. So eventually when I got old enough to actually understand what was happening, I played it and I loved it so much. I love Myst. It's such a good time. You got up on the wall from the other side. Oh, yeah, I guess. Yes, I did. We're good there now. Yeah, I guess my chat's probably like, what, a minute behind? Probably. YouTube gives me the option to make the latency lower, but the warning always comes out, it's like, hey, this might make the stream buffer for some people, and I'm like, well, I don't want that to happen. So, hopefully you prefer this to having a low latency. Platformer games kind of do it for me, but I don't know. It depends on the platformer for me. Some of them, like, if they're concise and have a good enough mechanic, I'm all for them. Like Yoshi's Island I can still play. Shovel Knight I was big into. It just depends. Obviously Metroidvania is part platformer, so those... You die. Oh no, what did I do? He didn't die like I asked him to. So I like those kind of platformers, the ones that are adventure games too. But other than that, like Mario games, I just can't. They bore me really quickly, except for Odyssey, because Odyssey is a freaking hybrid platformer adventure too, which was awesome. Loved Odyssey. Other than that, I can't think of too many platformers I was super into. Mega Man X I really enjoy. I'm super excited for the Legacy Collection of that, or whatever they're doing. I don't know if they're calling it a Legacy Collection. They're kind of vague about that, and people pointed out that they didn't actually say they were releasing them as a Legacy Collection, and so I don't know what they're actually doing. Whatever it is, I'll be excited for it. I know I played a lot of platformers as a kid. Congo's Caper, Bucky O'Hare were big ones. But lately, not as many. Just become disenchanted by them, I guess. Oh no, oh no. Oh no! I did my best, I have some regrets. I've beaten all Castlevania on my Game Boy Advance, actually. Awesome, which one was that? The funny thing is that we call the genre Metroidvania instead of Metroid-like, but the only Castlevania game people think of when they call it a Metroidvania is freaking Symphony of the Night. Which, A, is a... Whoopsie. Okay, death counter. Ooh, I was not paying attention right there, was I? Which there are other good Metroidvania Castlevania games. Like, all the ones in the Game Boy Advance, all the ones in the DS. There's one on the PlayStation 2 that's kind of Metroidvania-y. It's hard to say. Is that Lament of Innocence? No. Curse of Darkness? I don't remember which one for sure. The names are so confusing in Castlevania. Yeah, almost no one plays the Game Boy Advance or the DS ones. Like, every time I talk to anyone about Castlevania, they're like, oh yeah, I love Symphony of the Night. It's like, obviously everyone loves Symphony of the Night, but play some of the other ones, because they are all very good. Dawn of Sorrow might be my favorite one. That one's just... I just love the whole Getting the Souls thing. Like, I mean, they had an Aria of Sorrow too, obviously, but Dawn of Sorrow just kind of, like, perfected the whole thing. The extra buttons definitely helped. That's the... Oh no! That's the one thing about... Whoa, you see that? That was a freaking epic dodge right there. The one thing about Game Boy Advance games that I really hate is the lack of buttons. I have no idea why they didn't put 2 more face buttons on that thing and just make it a full Super Nintendo controller. I wish they had, but oh well, whatever. Not my... Okay, I guess I'll do that. Not my call, obviously. I'm not Nintendo, I don't get to decide things. But I would have liked it to have face buttons. 2 more of them. Never understood all that much, but love the art style and gameplay. I don't know which game you're talking about, to be honest. If you're talking about Castlevania, yeah, freaking art style, those games are amazing. Except for Dawn of Sorrow and Portrait of Ruin, where they got the weird, just generic anime artist to do it. I wasn't a fan of that. I love the, like, I forget her name, the artist who does most of the Castlevania games. Like, she is so good. Right up there with Yoshitaka Amano for favorite game concept artist. Which are both really similar too. Like, not that they're like look the same, but like the way they approach art, they approach their concepts very artistically, as opposed to someone like Tetsuya Nomura, who like approaches his characters as like very like, what's the word? Structurally, like he designs them to be used as characters, whereas Yoshitaka Amano, like, he does beautiful watercolor arts and is like, some sprite artist, come look at this and try to figure out what you think it means. Which I love. The original, I don't remember the name of the other one. Oh, you're talking about like Castlevania NES. Okay, yeah. Like the one that, because they released a version of that for the Game Boy Advance. At least, wait, did they? I think they did. Either way, yeah, if you're talking about the original Castlevania, I do like the original Castlevanias. It may not be like the whole exploring style way, but Castlevania 3, for example, like is one that I just really like to go back to every now and then. That is a platformer I really enjoy. Horrible freaking Medusa heads and all. Which again, if you like Castlevania at all, play the Mummy Demastered. I think it's available on like every console. Oh, I have the magic hammer. I could just freaking warp on out of here, can't I? Alright, we got the magic hammer, everybody. It leaves one more item before we can fight Lynels. Alright, magic hammer. Update that real quick. Where the crap is it? Seriously, why didn't you sort all this? There it is, okay. Filters. Capacity maximum! Yay! The hammer! Alright. It was one of the lesser known ones. Oh, I didn't read that part. Okay, so that would probably mean either Harmony of Dissonance, Circle of the Moon, or Aria of Sorrow, one of those. All of which are great choices, mind you. Harmony of Dissonance I really liked because that came out around the time I really started getting interested in mythology type things. And they had the whole dual card system where you combine an element with a like myth monster like a manticore or a griffin, and it would give you different properties. And I thought that was really cool. I don't remember too much about Lament of Innocence, so I need to play that one again. Aria of Sorrow I loved. Madonna of Sorrow is the best. Portrait of Ruin I really like, and I hate Order of Ecclesia. Because, like, I was super excited about that one. It had really cool new systems in it that seemed like they'd be a great addition to the franchise. But they really, like, made everything super straightforward. As in, like, instead of exploring the world, you pick an area on a map and then just go through it, like, in a straight line almost. Like, there's a little bit of variance to paths, but it was very much not what I've come to expect from... Oh my gosh, wait a minute. Do I need the... I might need the hook shot. I just realized something here. Because I know I can get past these, but I might not be able to make it to Thieves Town from this direction without the hook shot. Let's try. We will try. Just in case. Stop poking me. What's up, Eric? How you doing, man? Welcome to this game that I'm playing where I'm kind of winging everything, and so I don't know if I can go this way. Don't shoot your bomb tree nose at me. We're just talking about Castlevania. Eric, what's your favorite Castlevania game? Uh-oh. Yeah, I can't get up there. No! No! Foiled! Alright. Let me look at the map real quick. So if I approach it from the top, I have to be in the Dark World first. There's a Dark World portal. Oh yeah, I can use that Dark World portal. No, we're good. I don't need the hook shot. I just need the hammer to be able to lift a small gray stone. Claire has returned. Welcome home. Oh, hey, bee. Really wants bees in my hair. And heart, thank you. Never played one, don't kill me. I won't kill you. If I remember correctly, you didn't even play a Metroid game until like last year, right? It was fine, you were just uninitiated to such things. Ah, no, 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 no. Why am I gonna get killed by a simple little bloomin'? I will not buy your bottle, thank you. Dude, just use the mirror past the rock. Oh, I can't use it once I'm back in the light world, unfortunately. I have to find another portal, which there should be one right... Yeah, there. Okay, so I go in the Lost Woods and circle around, and I'll be there. Yeah, mirror only works one way, so I can use it to go from Dark World to Light World, and then to get back to the Dark World, I can either use the portal I made by using the mirror, which will put me back to the same spot I warped in from, or I can find another portal, which I have. And... Oh, yeah, sorry. Oh, yeah, no worries. No one can hardly be remembered to, or expected to remember every single little thing in a video game. I've certainly forgotten plenty. It's always funny, because like I watch like other Let's Players, and like if they're bigger ones, you know, ones where they don't as much feel like people as they do entertainers. Well, screw you too, man. That it's very easy to like start yelling at them through your screen and be like, how could you not know to do this thing, and this thing? It's like, you played this before. And it's like, oh wait, no, people just actually forget stuff. Game Grumps is probably my biggest one for that, where I've yelled at the screen the most. Apples? Eh, magic jar, close enough. Yep. And open! Okay, so now I have to go this way. One heart. Sneak into Blind the Thief's hideout, steal his Titan's mitt, Which, let's see, trying to visualize the dungeon in my head. If I remember correctly, on the lower section on like the lower left side of the screen. Something like that. Okay. This part always manages to confuse me still. Actually not that much. I think I just need to go up here. And then right here. Excuse me, Mr. What are these guys called? For a while we thought they were called Dairas, like the Dairas in The Adventure of Link. Oh, I'm a rabbit. But then we got corrected by Nintendo in the Art and Artifacts book, which I technically have right behind me so I could look, but I'm not going to. But if anyone wants to tell me what these little alligator people are called, by all means, go ahead. Yureki! But I do know that they're freaking... Oh, okay, so I'm a bunny, I'm a bunny. Okay. Ooh. There we go. Watching Jessica turn into a rabbit from these things for the first time was wonderful. Like, she had no idea what to expect. And me, of course, being evil, didn't tell her to avoid them. I just, like, knew she would eventually run into one and was just smiling for the moment that she did. Would you get out of the frick? I need to go there. Would you both, please, just leave? Okay, there we go. Now they're dead. They left. Just call them weird alligator people. Done. Okay! How many hearts was I at for that? I don't feel like I was close to death, was I? Let's see here. I had 2 hearts. Okay, yep, I guess I was close. Alright. Well, let's try that again. Dark World. Not a good place to have few hearts. Smash. Alright, I need to go up here. The goal right now is to get to... Where is he? Where is he? Oh gosh, I'm a rabbit. Oh, this is where I need to be, right here, right? Is this it? Yeah, there's what I need. Okay, great. Currently trying to use Toon Boom for the first time. Ooh, do tell me how it is. I finally got a good tablet for drawing on, and I really want to like put it to good use. So obviously I know a little bit of Flash, or I guess it's Adobe Animate these days. I know a little bit of that, so like I understand it well enough to use it. But I want to see what you think of Toon Boom compared to that. Especially because that's like, I mean, at least I don't know what's the de facto standard is these days, but 10 years ago I know that's what every cartoon I loved was drawn in. I also wanted to try out the Studio Ghibli one. They have like their own... Oh gosh, I'm about to die again. Where am I? I need to go down one more floor. Okay. They had their own software that they like are apparently distributed for free, and I just want to see how well it worked. Not as good as Flash, really? Like, I always assumed that Flash was just kind of like the bare minimum. Of course, I think that's because it's like, because it was so accessible and everyone understood what it was. Okay, we're dead again. Death counter. I didn't move it up last time. I need to move it up to 4 now. I don't know if it just got a bad rap because it was associated with the junky cartoons that were barely any effort. I mean, if you put effort into it, obviously you can like animate frame by frame and do it really well instead of tweening everything. Which I don't want to say tweening is bad necessarily, especially if you're like one person working on animations. Like, but I feel like if you have a studio who can like animate everything, that maybe you shouldn't be tweening. I don't know. I like it better when people don't, at least. That's why I love Studio Yada. They're awesome. I really love the work that they do. I've been using Flash for 8 years. Well, there you go. Good luck on the adjustment there. Give me a heart. Give me a heart. Give me a heart. Don't shoot bones at me. Give me a heart. Thank you. Alright, hearts. You use this for an hour, so muscle memory is screwing me over. So much it's frustrating. Yeah, that makes sense to me. Like, I tried using GIMP instead of Photoshop one time. That didn't go well. I don't remember if there's many others I've tried using alternatives. Like, I kind of just stick with freaking Adobe products for everything because that's what I have through my job, so I get it for free, so why not? Why would I use anything else, I guess? Very nice. Also much easier now that they do the whole freaking Creative Cloud thing. Like, because before Creative Cloud, I didn't just get Adobe for free. I had to pirate it like everyone else. But now that like you can have like 2 computers on a license, and it's all synced to the cloud and whatnot. Go away, freaking Mario Brothers reject Fireball Man, spikes everywhere, little red blobs, magic-eating monster. I hate all of you. I have a key? Oh, I have a key. Go away. This... I think this takes me to the area where I have to make light for blind. Yeah, it does. Okay. This isn't helpful. But I might find hearts. And a weird grasshopper thing. I don't know what those are either. Oh, one of those guys. Go away from me! I'm too lazy to go back down and try to find more hearts, so let's go this way. I should have kept that key! Oh, I need to do this. Alright. Thank you for stealing my magic. You're a jerk and wonderful. Okay, he's dead. He's dead. Should I bother with him? Probably not. There's what I'm looking for. Excuse me. What's up, Percy? How are you this fine Friday evening? I'm just killing skeletons and throwing skulls around and looking for a Titan's mitt. Which I think, yeah. Ah, I need a key. Okay. Key. Probably the one this way. I think there's one like on a candlestick or something over here. And for some reason these don't require keys. They're just useless locked doors. I guess I'm opening with my sword or something. Is that what it's implying? Excuse me, ma'am. Bye. Dead. I'm good. Good. Glad to hear it. I'm gonna die soon. I've already died 4 times trying to do this. I'm not even at the Lynels yet. Huzzah! Titan's mitt! And that's it. That's actually the last item I need to go freaking fight some Lynels. So let's go do it. Let's warp out of here. No reason to backtrack to that. Okay, so that didn't take me too long. About 1 hour and 40 minutes to get all the required items. Probably another 5 to 10 minutes to get to the top of Death Mountain where they are. As long as there's no gating that I can think of. Go away! More hearts would be nice. And dead. And more hearts, anybody? Alright, whatever. I'll find some on my way. I think there is a fairy fountain by where the Lynels are, so I can use that to heal up when I get there. Also, why am I still in the dark world? This would be less dangerous to do this way. Come here, birds! No hearts. You guys are jerks. Hearts? Apples! Are Breath of the Wild Lynels the hardest? I certainly think so. I had a harder time with them than any other thing. So, in Link to the Past, I've never fought Lynels without having a lot of equipment already. Because, honestly, that's usually how you're intended to get there. They only appear after the 7th dungeon on Death Mountain, unless you're wandering around aimlessly, in which case you might encounter them earlier. But usually, by the time I'd get there, I'd already have a way powerful sword, I'd have very good armor, I'd have freaking a better shield. You get the mirror shield, which deflects their blows, so I've never tried fighting one without all that stuff. We're just gonna see what happens. Yeah! Oh gosh, oh gosh, oh gosh. No, I don't want to get hit. Go away! Freaking squirrels! In the NES game, I didn't have too much of a problem with the Lynels. They were pretty easy, honestly. And not easy. It's like, you had to be watching what you were doing. I did die a few times trying to kill those, but... Breath of the Wild, though, like, man. The first time you find a Lynel in that game, it's like... First of all, the nostalgia factor for me, like, went up to 11, because I saw those, which had never been in a, like, 3D gameplay Zelda. They've been in Link Between Worlds, but that was 2D gameplay. They'd never been in an actual, like, 3D Zelda game before, so I, first of all, was just geeking out. And then I went to fight it, because I'm like, oh, well, obviously I should go kill it and steal all of his, shock arrows, because it was... The first one I found was the one that you are probably supposed to find by Zora's Domain. And I got my butt kicked, and I tried again, and I got my butt kicked, and it kept happening, and I'm like, holy crap. And that was early on in the game, so I probably only had like 5 or 6 hearts, and it was awesome. Like, I was super stoked about it, because I'm like, yeah, if you're gonna put Lynels in this game, you better make them the strongest enemy in the game, and they absolutely did. So. But we'll see how these guys do. We're almost to them, actually. Right now, we are almost to the Lynels. Just gotta go across this bridge, kill this Tektite. Not in that order. Alright, whatever. I guess I won't be killing the Tektite after all. And... die. This might be a fairy fountain, actually. Oh, it's just a fairy. Okay. I didn't need it! Why did I do it right away? Honestly, it can be a matter of opinion. Breath of the Wild depends on when you are in the game, how good you are at dodging, etc. Link to the Past, it depends on how far off you are at. Yeah, pretty much. There's a lot of factors. It's hard to directly compare them each time. Is it... Okay, that wasn't it. Dang it. I think it's the right one to start. Right, up, left, maybe? In doing all these videos, my main thing I've been trying to do is do all of them with the starting equipment, just to see like how hard they would be if I didn't get anything extra. I about hit the wrong one again. There we go. Alright! And that's what we did right here, so here we go! This is it. I have only the bare minimum equipment. I have 6 hearts, because apparently you can't skip hearts in this game. Did not know that. I have a hammer and all these things, which were required for me to even get here in the first place. Didn't know bombs would be required, but they were. But I got those by accident, so that worked out nicely. Level 2 sword. I got the Master Sword. I have the basic shield. I have the green tunic. And we're just going to go ahead and try to fight these Lynels. So this first wave, what I'm going to do is I'm just going to use whatever I have at my disposal. And that's how we're going to look at this. We're going to see how that goes, using everything I have. I can't get hit by their fireballs. If I get hit by other fireballs, I will take damage. I cannot block them with this tiny shield. And then we'll see... let's just see what happens. Here we go. Lynel! Alright, so first of all, just take a minute to appreciate that sprite. Like, what is that? As a child, like, I think when I first saw this, I'm like, what is this weird grandmother that is shooting fireballs at me? I tried interpreting this once in a drawing that I will not be sharing because I don't like it anymore. I want to redraw this now that I'm older and see what I can come up with. Oh wow, look at that. They cannot be hurt by sword beams. Okay. If I remember correctly, you can't even hurt them with the Master Sword at the level it's at. Oh well, this doesn't bode well for them. Oh gosh, they've realized their mistakes. Okay. So I gotta use spin attacks only to kill them, because... Oh, that's one down, and dead. This might not be much of a challenge after all. There's one more. Oh no! Oh no! Oh no! Okay. I think that moment right there was supposed to teach you that your mirror shield could deflect them. Wow, okay. Lynels are dead already, everybody. I didn't even do anything special. My sword beams couldn't hurt them. My only way I can hurt them was with the spin attack. Those are the easiest Lynels I've ever come across. For sure. I always thought they were easy just because I was overpowered. No, they're just straight up easy. Holy crap. That I would go kill some more, but that's all of them. That's every Lynel in the game, everybody. What'd you say about opinion? Yeah, okay, so, well, like I said, though, I'll try, let's just try doing it hammer only, alright? Let's see let's see how they are in this, because it takes fewer hits, but I have to get closer. Let's try this. That was an intense build-up for a letdown. I honestly agree with you. I was expecting a lot more. Maybe they'll kill me this time. Okay, there's one hit on that one. Yep. Ooh. Barely dodged that. I mean, no, this is just sad. Okay. Okay. So that solves that question once and for all. Oh, wait, am I actually going to die? How did you even walk over there? Come this way. This guy's just a freaking jerk is what he is. Come here. Hey, I got him. Alright, so all I have to do is not be impatient, and I will... Oh, okay, I gotta stand over here. I'm being impatient. Wait for him to come a little bit closer. Cheating, Lynel. Yeah, right? Freaking using these mechanics against me. Alright, right now. No! No! Okay, there we go. Alright, one more time, everybody. Well, I think we have safely determined that A Link to the Past Lynels are not harder than Breath of the Wild Lynels, and they're also not harder than NES Lynels. They are... I don't know. It's kind of sad because I do like their weird grandma design, like the way I look at it in my mind at least. Like they've got like these fierce eyes and like huge teeth and like crazy muscular arms and everything, and like weird claws for feet. Like they look really cool in my mind when I look at them, when I interpret their sprite. But wow, they are pushovers, aren't they? So, all right, I don't really have much more to say on that. So, thank you everyone who watched this. I appreciate you hanging out with me for a little bit. This was a lot of fun. I hope you enjoyed it too. The journey was absolutely better than the destination, so I'm gonna try to make an edited version of this that, you know, probably puts it down to like 5 to 7 minutes. I don't want to spend too much on this for such a big letdown. But yeah, I'll try to put something together this weekend, post that up, so some highlights and whatnot. But yeah, go out and kill some Lynels for yourself. They're fun to kill. If you got some extra time, check out some other videos if you haven't already. That'll always be fun. I like when people give me feedback on stuff. Tell me how I can improve too. I do like hearing like ways that I can do stuff better. So anyway, I hope everyone has a beautiful Friday night. Go play some video games, go kill some Lynels, and I will talk to you later. Bye bye.